Yeah, let's just, yeah. Why were you, like, Sly was, like, counting down with me before I turned my microphone live, so now I'm all distracted here and I'm gonna forget my name. Anyway, everyone, welcome to State of the Realm, your weekly Final Fantasy XIV podcast. This week, we have the live Letter 26, which happened several hours after last week's show, and gave us some insight on some of the decisions they've made recently and some of the changes that are coming in patch 3.2 and on. This includes housing, changes to Savage, new PvP, as well as a look at the new Primal Sephiroth. Okay, anyway, I am one of your hosts, Michael, Mr. Happy Poveromo, and joining me is Sly, aka Slythefox, aka Sly, aka Greyfox, aka Sly, aka Enzo Amore, aka you my boy Blue. How you doing, Sly?
How you doing?
It sucks. It really sucks that that's how I ask you every single time, because now it's like just I don't even shut up.
Yeah.
just shut up, Sly. That's it. You're done. You're done. You're done with the show. That's it. You're off. You're off the show now, Enzo Amore. That's it. Can't do it anymore. It was a good run, guys. That's it.
That's it. Last show of the year. Last show ever.
It is the last show of the year.
Yes,
that's true.
is.
And since the world's going to end next year, it's the last show ever.
What,
yeah.
Is Bahamut coming?
Yeah, Bahamut's coming. Okay. It's going to be Y216 something. Okay. But anyway, tonight we're going to be talking about that live letter. The show's not going to run longer than 2 hours because I got to raid in 2 hours. Mm-hmm. So I think we should probably just get right to it, because I have a lot of making fun of Sly to do tonight. We have a lot of topics to talk about.
Of course he does.
I made fun of him in pre-show.
You make fun of me every show. Never fails.
But but that's because you ask for it.
I don't. When the fuck do I ask for this? Where have I ever said, please roast me every damn show, please?
Can we call it state of the roast?
State of the roast.
State of the roast? Now I'm hungry. It's like steak of the roast.
Steak of the roast.
All right, there we go. So the live letter happened at 5:30 a.m. last Wednesday. So about, what is that, 6 hours, 7 hours after the show ends or something? No, it's 9 hours after the show ends last week.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know about you, it was one of my favorite live letters we've had in a while, because it didn't shy away from anything.
And I was saying that I think it was going to be like a little bit lackluster, a little bit underwhelming, but it was actually pretty decent.
It helped that they were in Eorzea Cafe when it started, and Yoshi P was telling people to drink with him, and I was like, oh god, he wants us to play the high drinking game. He's encouraging it now.
I didn't play the high drinking game, but I did drink. Yes.
It was 5 in the morning. Well, okay. Yeah, it was 5 in the morning. What the hell were you drinking for?
Who are you talking to, Hap? Are you serious?
That's right. Look at this shirt. That should tell you who we're talking to.
Tasty beverage.
He's got a beer shirt on.
Tasty
as I'm saying that.
Beverage.
So, yeah, we're actually going to be using the live letter notes. So we don't have, like, separate State of the Realm notes for this. So if you want to follow along with us on the topics we're covering, guys, you can just type !LL26 in the chat like Tequila just did. And you can join us on this conversation. You guys will join us anyway, but you can kind of keep track of where we're at a little bit with the show. So the start of it, they started the show pretty much exactly how I thought they would, and that was addressing current player concerns. I don't know, everyone seemed they were not going to do this. Like, everyone was like, they're not going to say shit. They're just going to talk about 3.2 and move on. I was like, come on. Really?
These are the devs we're talking about. We expect this. We kind of expect them to,
to say something.
Something, at least.
Yeah. And it was pretty interesting that all my predictions were right.
Oh, here we go.
Listen, Sly, you've learned not to bet against me.
Praise Hap Jesus.
I just call up Yoshi P and I ask him before State of the Realm. And I'm like, yo, so I'm going to make a prediction. What should I predict? And he goes, please look forward to it.
That's not predicting. That's
hi.
No.
Yeah, but I'm just giving you my insider secrets right now. Yeah, I just call him up, be like, yo, and he's like, yo.
Hap Oracle.
Yeah, and he puts me on speakerphone, and the whole dev department's like, yo. And that doesn't happen. Anyway, so first thing they spoke about was Alexander Savage, which was apparently the root of all evils here. Apparently, this is the reason why the diadem rewards are the way they are. This is the reason why the anima weapon took so long to go from 200 to 210. And this is why it got delayed as long as it did, apparently. Difficulty was too high.
No!
Oh, man. I'm waiting. Oh, no, not this again. God damn it.
Reba. Girl, did you hear about Alexander Savage? I know, that shit is too hard, girl. What you mean you stuck on A2? What do you mean they put you in the Godwalker? Bitch, you better learn how to drive. That's all I'm saying. Learn how to drive, girl. All right. See you at church. Bye.
See you at church? Oh, my God. Oh, that's going on YouTube as a highlight. That's always good. I think every week there's going to be... we're going to just start a new series on YouTube. It's called State of the Realm Highlights, where it's just like my favorite moment from State of the Realm. If that doesn't win it, something else will. Because people liked your birthday gift last week. That was...
Of course they did.
Loved your birthday gift.
Of course they did.
See you at church. So can we tweet "see you at church" to Sly, please? Hashtag SOTR, hashtag DreamNetTV, something along those lines. So difficulty was too high, basically, was that thing. They said that they got feedback from people from Coil.
But they didn't get enough.
The majority of feedback said make it harder. That was the majority of feedback that they got.
But when it all really boils down to it, this is what we asked for. This is what everyone asked for.
I don't think anyone asked for A4, but yeah, we can go ahead.
We can go ahead and say that we asked, the overwhelming majority asked for something harder than Coil. We got it. We got it a little more than we asked for. It's like me asking for skill speed. And we'll get to this later. We'll get to this later.
Yeah.
Give it to me. And it's like, you gave me too goddamn much. Why?
Giggity.
Why? But yeah, I can understand where people are saying, like, probably the only people who are saying make it more difficult are the ones who probably cleared it. Other than that, which is probably like a handful of the community, nobody else is asking to make it even harder.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I remember a lot of people being on the, like, the only two things I even remember seeing was it's either it's already too hard or it needs to be harder. There were so few people that seemed content with the difficulty of Final Coil specifically. And they basically did both of those things. They made one easier, one harder, because the feedback that they saw was this is not the right difficulty level. Well, unfortunately, they found out that they're too good at making things scale with item level, like really, really, really hard. And they're basically pulling back on the next Alexander Savage. The next one's going to be...
They're pulling back on a lot of things, and it's kind of disappointing me, especially with the whole, well, we don't want to make anything as hard as Thornton. Thornton wasn't that hard.
No, they don't want to make any more extreme primals.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, it's really not that bad when you think about it. This whole kind of scaling back the difficulty...
Well, that's why we're still ultimately waiting to see if they eventually have enough staff, because some people in the community have pointed out that on Square Enix's Japanese website, they've had content staff positions open since late last year that are still, those job listings are still open. And they seem to say that they have a lot of staff, but they don't have staff to develop content. They're like staff, like they have audio staff, they have visual staff, lore staff. They need more staff that actually develops fights and shit like that. But I mean, I get it. Like, personally, I don't care if they scale back the difficulty. And I know that sounds a lot, but at this point, it's like 5 weeks of progression was a lot. For us, it was longer because it was 5 weeks for the world first. It took us, between packs and everything, another week and a half, 2 weeks before we beat it. or before everyone started beating it after the first two groups.
Right.
And I want difficult fights, but I don't want fights that are going to be gated for 5 weeks. Like if they made the same difficulty fight, like they made A3, A4, but it didn't have as tight of an item level disparity, I would still be okay with those fights. I think that'll be the big thing, is that you won't be at like I-205 and being like, well, fuck, I still can't be Hand of Pain. Like I don't think that shit's going to happen anymore, pretty much. But another thing I thought was interesting is they want to kind of fix the issue we spoke about the other week with Gilgamesh. They directly addressed that too many people are going to one server. It's happening on it's happening on the Japanese servers as well. It happens on the Japanese servers also, apparently. It happens on the European servers.
So what you're saying is there's a Japanese...
Every region has a server that is the go-to raid server.
Every region has a Japanese... Like, every region...
Has
like,
a Gilgamesh.
As a Gilgamesh. So there's a Japanese Mr. Happy somewhere. There's a European Mr. Happy somewhere. Yeah.
There's a European Slyh somewhere.
Yeah, right. He drinks too much.
So they want to kind of alleviate that by adding a cross-server raid finder, which is equivalent to like a party finder, but they can be arranged across servers within a data center. That would mean Zalera would have access to Gilgamesh's raid scene, technically.
It's not really a merge though, so I can't.
It's not a merge.
I can't really make a joke about that because.
And that would mean that like Excalibur's on your data center, isn't it?
Excalibur.
It's not on Ether, is it?
No, I'm on Primal.
Yeah, but I'm saying is Excalibur on Ether? Or is it Hyperion that's on Primal? I think it's Hyperion that's on Primal.
Hyperion's on Primal. Yeah, I don't know what Excalibur's on.
Like think about that, being able to join raid teams. I just hope they make it so you can like password protect it. So like if you can password protect a room, you can legitimately have cross server statics at that point.
Shit.
So I hope they take it that far. I don't think they will. I think they'll probably make some sort of like crazy, ridiculous. Excal is on Primal, okay, and they're both on Primal.
They're both on Primal, okay.
I had a feeling, but I knew Hyperion for sure was. I think that doesn't stop people from leaving the server, and the people who are seriously looking for groups, it's not going to help. But the people who rely on the party finder are going to find a lot more talent there, and I think that's pretty important. I just don't think it solves the problem.
So what you're gonna probably end up seeing is the formation of a lot new raid groups within servers.
Yeah, and with the difficulty generally lowered, we should see a very high party finder success rate on the next Alexander Savage. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be a little bit more reliable. I mean, don't get me wrong, Thornton still has somewhat okay, like 40% success rates if anything, probably closer to 30. And I don't expect this to be better than that, but it's better than literally looking at your server and going, I can't do anything unless I leave. So I'm glad to see that is a serious consideration, and that's something people have been asking for a long time. That's not like that's something brand new they thought of that no one asked for. That's an important feature of the game that pretty much was coming whether people want it or not. I know some people feel it destroys server communities. But the people who use it the most are the people who aren't necessarily infatuated with their server communities in the first place.
We're still going to be the cool kids table. I don't give a fuck what anybody does. We're still going to be the cool kids table.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the next Alexander Savage is actually going to be Midas. Now, I will wait for Ethos to join us because Gordius and Midas have a lore outside of Final Fantasy, they have a lore relation. Yeah. And it's the biggest thing is the DPS checks aren't going to be as high in Midas. They don't say anything about the mechanical checks, but they placed its difficulty somewhere between the second coil and the final coil, with the second coil, in my opinion, being the harder one, final coil having the tighter HP check, not the tighter mechanical check.
So it all goes back to what I've been saying and what I've been asking for. Do you think there's going to be more of a difficulty progression than there was in Gordius?
The groups that broke up because of A3 Savage will probably be able to beat A8, I imagine. Okay. If a group can't beat A3, I'm still almost confident they will eventually beat A8 without spending a ridiculous amount of time on it.
A7.
And this should be healthier for statics in general. Now, it depends, because groups that beat it real fast are probably going to still fall into that trap where they go, I beat everything, so time to take a break till the next patch, and then you got to keep replacing people. That's always going to happen as soon as content's cleared. You either run into a wall where you can't clear it and that happens, or you run into a wall where you do clear it and it happens. So I guess the question is, I think that still, even with that, Coil was a lot healthier for raid health, even keeping that in mind. So I'm happier with this. Now I just need more than 4 bosses, which they didn't comment on. There could still be more than 4 bosses in there. I don't think there will be, but they haven't said there's only going to be 4 bosses in there just yet.
Yeah, I think they're going to stick to the...
Yeah, I do too. Especially with the other stuff we're going to get to talk about regarding 3.2, which I was really excited about. So the next thing they spoke about was the diadem, and they blamed Alexander Savage a little bit for the balancing of diadem drops because they made them 210 to be competitive with Alexander Savage, but they're super
that wasn't
RNG.
A solution.
It wasn't a solution. That's exactly what they say. They don't try to defend any of it. They say this is why we did it and it wasn't right, which I'm happy for. They never said no, we did the right thing. It was always it was not the right thing, and this was why we did it that way in the first place. So the first biggest problem with Diadem was that it had no rules, which basically just led to people grinding in one spot because
wild,
it was the most
wild
efficient
west.
thing. Yeah. They say without rules, it was hard to properly incentivize it, give players incentive to do it. So there's a few things they want to do. They want to add objectives to it, like not the objectives you see now, but literally like an objective while you're in there. Like, I guess, for example, I don't know if you know this, but the Proto-Ultima Fate in Az's Law, that weather hyper-electricity can happen in the Diadem. When it does, 6 Rafflesias or 9 Rafflesias spawn around the map, and killing them gives you Proto-Ultima exoplatings. And some people think that it also increases the odds of spawning 1-stars. So things like that are nice, but it's not a legitimate objective because there's no end result to it. So you may see things like more weather-related bosses, more unique timed bosses. You may see, clear this island, get a piece of 210 loot, as opposed to clear this island and leave because there's no loot anymore.
But they said they wanted to give these incentives to kind of get people to travel around, but I don't think that's the problem because a lot of people are traveling around by themselves anyway. A lot of people are just...
That's less effective than sticking to one spot. That's the issue. And on top of that, there's no guaranteed rewards, which they want to rectify as well. With these objectives, by completing objectives, you can get guaranteed loot. Okay. Which is the other issue that people have, is I can be in there for 90 minutes and I'll see all this 210 loot and it'll be complete garbage and I'll just go trade it in and hopefully I get some materia. That's the end of it. Great. When was the last time you were in the Diadem other than gathering?
I want to say it was like an early morning, either like this was after stream.
That's all I know.
Yeah, it was after stream. I was like, I ain't got shit to do. Let me just try to get something in the Diadem. So I went probably last Friday, maybe. Really late.
Damn, that's actually pretty recent. I haven't been in there since 2 weeks after the patch came out.
That still doesn't really get much out of it.
Yeah. And they also want to emphasize that the Diadem is there to bridge the gap between non-raiders who need raid loot. Like, they want you to go in the Diadem to get raid ready. Outside of, so you have your SO cap and you have your Diadem.
Option.
It's an option, yeah. It's one of your viable options. So because they tried to give it loot that was equivalent to Savage, they had to make the RNG super strict because they didn't want it to completely overrule Savage. With the changes, we're going to see probably some item level hierarchy changes, with Diadem gear being lower item level, but therefore the RNG not being as horrible as it is. So really a more reliable way for people to do everything. On top of that, they want you to use the Diadem to get materia and not struggle to get materia like in the other open world areas. So that, whether that be trading in for spoils or spirit bonding, they're going to double down pretty much on everything the Diadem was supposed to be, and it's going to be a lot more of an active thing and not just to sit on one island and kill enemies for 90 minutes kind of thing, which is good because I feel like that's all we wanted. I don't think anybody necessarily needed Diadem to be massively revamped or removed from the game. It just needed its tuning. And I hope that this is the tuning. This is 3.2 tuning we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So this should be coming somewhat in the near future. I know I like to put this forward. Do you think we should just get a PTR for features like this and that's it? Like, I like to ask this a lot because I feel so strongly. Like, I don't want a PTR for raid bosses. I want a PTR for features that they've never done anything like before, like this, or Lords of Verminion.
But it'll fizzle out. That's the whole problem.
But the thing is, if we get that PTR to test this stuff before it comes out. This happens. This change that's coming in 3.2.
And then what happens with it? At the end, they say, okay, it doesn't work.
No, they get because that's basically what they learned in 3.1 about the diadem is this formula does not work. If they had learned that before 3.1, we could have had these changes in 3.15 instead of 3.2. And they don't even have to leave the realm open all the time. They can say for 12 hours, come play this new piece of content and give us your feedback on it. One day or like 2 days. And then just get like as many people to do that as possible and only offer it to active subs or something like that. I just think that they could really benefit from limited testing on these things outside of the dev team, because the dev team knows what they're supposed to do, and it makes the testing a little bit diluted, I feel. So I want that. I don't know if you want that.
Not a fan.
Not a fan?
Yeah,
But if they did it, would you do it?
I would, but I just think, honestly, I think it's meaningless.
I just think we wouldn't have this issue where the diadem was pretty much DOA after one nerf to it, because that was the only way they could nerf it to make it so it wasn't a better thing than Savage, which is why you don't PTR bosses, you only PTR features. Because if you PTR bosses, then shit gets really, really bad really fast. I don't know. When I read these things, I go, just give us a PTR. We will fix these things for you sooner.
I don't even think this is something that a PTR could fix, though. That's my whole issue.
24 hours of being in there on a PTR would sure as hell tell people, why the fuck is there even other islands? Just give me this one. I think we would get that from a PTR. But that's it. That's all we'll get.
Yeah.
And then comes our beautiful, beautiful animal weapons.
Woo.
Sly, I am 165 law away from completing my animal weapon.
Hooray!
79 out of 80 with all 16 crafted items.
Woo!
Sly, what do you have?
Don't ask.
Sly, what do you have?
Don't even ask.
No, what do you have?
Don't even ask.
No, I mean I've asked you 3 times already.
I took a break this weekend. So
but what do you have?
It's not even fair to ask because I took a break. You've been
What do you have?
Oh my God. Are we talking about just the
Everything?
All right. I have half of the crafted items that I need, so I have 8. And then, of course, for the other side, I have what, 12.
12 out of 80?
Yeah.
Sly, how did you get those crafted items? I thought you didn't have a lot of money.
Here we go.
How'd you get those?
Really?
How'd you get them?
Are we gonna go down this route?
How did you get them?
Are we gonna go down this route?
How did you get them? Tell them, Sly.
Are we gonna go down this route?
Sly,
Because
you tell them right now.
Everybody already knows.
They're gonna know now.
I opened up my Moogle mail, and they were there. That's how I got them.
Sly, I don't think the Moogle got it for you.
No, the Moogle didn't get it for me. Someone graciously offered me the items.
Graciously?
Yes.
This motherfucker right here.
Here we go.
This mother... Look at...
No! How much money? Look at... Sorry, I spent so much money on my items. Oh my God.
My hard-earned cash.
I spent my hard-earned money on these items. I gathered for a fucking year and a half just to get the guild that I have. I can't even do this with a straight face no more because it's so stupid. Okay. People will give you shit. I'm sorry if they didn't give you anything.
Oh, no, they would have, but like a good citizen, I gave them.
Oh, here we go. Like a good citizen.
Like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
I knew you were going to point this shit out. I knew you were going to go for me. Like, I knew it.
Man, that United Fund. Man, you should open one of those up in real life. Because people would probably just buy you beer. They do, don't they?
If only.
If only.
No, but, well, no. I go, I'm like Norm at pretty much almost every local joint here. So every now and then, yeah, it happens.
Just remember this, Sly.
Oh, my God.
Nothing is ever free. So the animal weapons. They said why the grind was so long. They said it was because of Savage's difficulty. Just like I predicted.
Hap Jesus. Hap Jesus.
I knew it. I had a feeling. That's why I said it. And they pretty much just said they're not nerfing it. But it's gonna be this. It's gonna be what it is. Just do it slowly. So my guess of how they would reply was also correct. So, yay! No changes till at least 3.25, because that's when the next.
And that's what I call. Can I get a Slyh Jesus?
Slyh Jesus.
Thank you. There you go. I at least got one thing right. They did say either 3.25 or 3.3.
Well, no, they said 3.25 is the next step, and then the step after will be 3.3, which pretty much addresses the other concern of the anima weapon, is that the people have been questioning its lifespan. I get this weapon, and it's good for how many weeks, and then the next tier comes out, which is basically where we sit right now with this weapon. The next, like, finished version is 3.3, like, you know, how our current version is finished, but it'll get expanded on. Right. So that way it'll be as good, it'll be in its top form for a full patch to keep its relevancy longer for people who invest the time into it, which is something they want to do going forward. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy to know that with Savage being toned back, this quest is going to get toned back, and that, well, I'm almost done with mine, so who gives a shit? Sly, you still have to finish yours. You're not allowed to not finish it. You made a promise.
Oh, I did make a promise, and I'm going to keep this promise. I'm going to finish this damn weapon.
Better keep
even though it's completely useless.
But you love skill speed.
I do. Damn, why so much? In debt.
Yeah, 8 items in debt.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, 8 items in debt. Anyway, moving on. The next thing they spoke about was housing. That's another situation that has gathered a lot of attention these last couple of days over the holiday season. So, my condolences to people who are trying to buy houses in wards that are completely owned by one person or one group of people. Because that's been happening. Since the houses started going for sale, there are free companies, there are link shells that have monopolized entire wards and are trying to sell them at value. And there's questions in the community now if it's against terms of service. If it's not, I don't know. But the GMs are confusing the hell out of me with all these pictures. But my condolences to those of you who did not get a house. Congratulations to those of you who did get a house. So, if you didn't get a house, there's a lot of new housing coming. A lot. 3.3 is going to see new wards. No Ishgard yet. Just new wards. Because the Dragonsong War is still ongoing. Now, people were concerned because he said after 3.3 we could have Ishgard housing at some point.
And this kind of made me ask the question, like, you know, story-wise, is 3.3 when some shit really is about to go down and maybe the Dragonsong War will actually quote-unquote end?
I think he's just referring back to the plan they projected. I think it was either right after the expansion started or right before it started, where they said our goal, it was after. They said our goal is this: demolish housing, then more wards, then Ishgard. I don't think it's literally saying, oh, 3.3 is the end of the war. I think it's saying that was our plan. 3.3 is phase 2, and after that will be phase 3.
It would have been kind of nice if they kind of gated it behind the story, the actual story. Like, okay, now that this happened,
because people responded so well to Heavensward doing that, right?
Yeah,
everyone loved when Heavensward did that. That would be great.
Yeah.
On top of Ishgard housing being 3.3, they're going to increase the furnishing limit.
Woo!
So if you have a creative itch that can't be met, that's going to increase. They're also going to release what is known as mansions. Now, mansion in Japan has a different meaning than here in America. When we think of a mansion, we think of one rich person owns a big-ass house.
Pretty much.
This is more like apartments, where...
slumlords.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. It's basically going to be the equivalent of free company personal housing, you know, the little rooms you have for $300K, but you could just rent it from an apartment instead, as opposed to needing a free company house to access that. And those of you who played 11 will know it as a Mog House, which was just your own little instance room. Which, I I don't know. I'm happy. This is a lot of housing news I didn't expect to get. So they must have procured a lot of server space because this is all of a sudden starting to make housing more accessible to everyone, which I didn't see happening. I thought that it was still going to be something that like you had to earn it. But for just the rooms, nice. Think of it like a condo. That's another good way of doing it. That is another good way of doing it right there. You can hang out in the hood. The Mist's Hood Ward.
The Mist Projects.
The Mist Projects. The Goblet Projects. The Lavender Beds Projects.
No, the Lavender Beds are just country. It's Casa de Double Wide and Lavender Beds. We just country as hell.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think of them kind of opening up the housing as much as they are?
I think it's a viable option. I mean, it's presenting itself to a lot of people who couldn't back before, people got kicked out of their houses on Christmas. Yeah, that was an interesting thing too. I wanted to add was the timing of people getting kicked out. Merry Christmas! You don't have a house anymore. You don't have a house anymore. Where did my house go?
No cold, just eviction.
Eviction. Yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, I think this is a really good thing for people who want to, get into the whole housing kind of deal. I probably won't.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you going to move to Ishgard? If possible?
Nah. I was thinking about having a restaurant style house in Ishgard,
Yeah.
Maybe call it the Fish and Chill. And serves nothing.
Chill.
Serves nothing but seafood. Yeah. But
are you role playing on Behemoth now? Are you king of role play? Is that what's happening right now?
No, that's just the idea that came. Fish and Chill.
All right. That's what you say.
Yeah.
And another thing is gardening pots for inside gardening for these people who get the apartments who can't have access to personal housing in any other way. I mean, this was kind of what people thought personal housing was going to be in the first place, or people who didn't get houses the first time or couldn't afford houses the first time. The apartments was pretty much around what they wanted. If not, yeah, why don't you just make another strip club? Expand. Because I saw this request a lot.
God.
I saw the request for these like one-off apartment kind of deals. Like I saw this a lot. I'm curious though if the mansions are going to be a part of the wards, so like that way you still have a reason to be in the housing area itself, or if it's just going to be its own thing, like off on the side. I think they're going to add the mansion itself to the housing area, so you can just leave your house to go to like the market board or some shit like that. And I think that would be pretty nice for populating these housing areas like quite a bit. I don't know.
Or for the one person who's buying them.
The one person, yeah, the one person who walks around is like, "That's my house, and that's my house, that's my house."
Let me go into one of my houses.
I'm gonna go to this house today. I set this house up with a Marlboro theme, and then this house has a Chocobo theme. I have all of the houses. Man, it's pretty funny actually, but it's fucked up at the same time. Yeah. And then. Before talking about 3.2, because we haven't even gotten into the 3.2 preview yet. Yeah. And then they just talked about crafting, which led into the 3.2 things. Players just feel like crafting's for glamour now.
Because it's the true end game.
It is the true end game. I don't think they can ever really change that.
I'm thinking fishing is the true end game. Fishing.
Well, they say the 3.2 equipment, and this hurts my wallet, is going to be very strong for rating.
Hurts your wallet, really? Really have.
My 45 mil is going to fucking disappear. So I spent 30 to 40 mil on one piece in 3.5.
All this hard-earned gil that I have.
Sly, I'm sorry that someone's going to walk up to you and hand you yours. All right?
Look,
before you even finish A8 normal. All right?
Okay. Never mind. Nothing. Go ahead. I'm not saying anything. Nope. Go ahead. Carry on. Fuck was that?
That was my get out of my face.
Get out of my face. There we go.
That was my get out of my face. There you go. I had to do it. So, on that note, yes, I can't say shit. Yeah, you know. Anyway. So, finally, after covering all the hot topics of the community, they then decided, yeah, we'll talk about 3.2 now. Hooray. So they started with the standard stuff because we know that they have a formula and that they just add things now to that formula. So they started with new main scenario quests, Dragonsong War is going to be moving at a rapid pace in the future patches. New side quests. NAF Beast Tribe quests. Am I the only one hoping they're longer than 45 minutes this time? Like, I understand that was going to happen no matter how long 3.1 took. But come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, we kind of flew through it.
I want to see some, like, real shit happen now. Like, that's it. Like, 2.1 wasn't a great patch story-wise either, but come on. I want to see some real shit happen now.
Like 3.5?
Like
2.5.
Yes, yeah, I want to see 3.5 and 3.2.
Yeah,
That's what I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, but like 2.5, like where it's just all the shit happens there. Kind of like a patch like that. Even though I kind of want to reserve those kind of patches to close out, an expansion or a tier of story. But I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I want something a little bit more because I like the Skalista kit. I like the introduction.
Have you completed Skalista?
No, but I know everything that happens.
Okay.
So I did that. I did the whole I haven't done it, but I know what happens thing.
Right.
Yeah, I do that a lot. So, and I like 3.1 story, but they were just both not long enough.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that when we get to see these additions. Oh, Nath Beast Tribe quest, of course. I can't wait to see the mount for that one. Probably be a giant fucking beetle, like that's a remodel of the Gobwalker. That's my guess. That's my honest guess. A remodeled Gobwalker to look like a giant beetle, like a real beetle.
Or you could ride Ravana.
Yeah, that's the other guess people have is just ride Ravana.
Ride Ravana.
Oh man, new dungeons.
Yeah. Ooh.
The first one was called the Anti-Tower, which is apparently they're putting dungeons back in the main scenario, which I liked because it gave the dungeon a little bit more meaning to me. Like I liked Keeper of the Lake, and well, Snowcloak was okay.
Snorcloak?
Snorcloak. The Anti-Tower, though, isn't that like a hole in the ground, basically? I am the Anti-Tower. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. And I also have no idea where this will be in the game.
As is law.
As is law? You think so? I thought it might be as is law.
Yeah, that's why when they said it, that was my first guess was as is law. And it just doesn't make any sense for it to be anywhere else unless.
Like, it's not like that's the only place it can be, but, like, I feel like if it was there, we'd be able to go to Azislaw's map and see the Anti-Tower now.
But aren't there places within the map that...
But they're named, is the thing. Like, we just have to fly around and see which one's named the Anti-Tower, if that was the case. The other thing that's suspected is that it's the name of the very top of Azislau, where the Warring Triad is. But that is a tower. That's not an anti-tower. Unless it has some sort of other meaning. So, yeah, it's I don't know. It's just such a mysterious name.
And some people are saying the Javanian Forlands in
which was my other guess.
Annextron. So that like at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, that was my other guess. Was that it was the underground place that I'm still waiting. There's absolutely going to be a dungeon in the Forelands. There is an area. There are 2 or 3 areas in the Forelands that are underground that you can't get to that have doors locked behind them. So it was either the Forelands or Azislaw for me, but I don't know. I'm a little excited because the dungeon itself will take 45 minutes, which will be longer than all of 3.1 stories. But
I'm more excited for the other dungeon.
Oh yeah, what is the other dungeon? Sly, why don't you tell everyone what the other dungeon is?
Lost City on the Poor Hard.
Wow, really? Didn't I guess that?
Q Hap Jesus.
Didn't I guess
we
that?
need a fucking choir for every time Hap Jesus gets something right. We just need a choir just to, do like a hymn or something every time.
Hymn of the Faith?
Yeah.
I went there. Lost City of Amdapor Hard. So I really do think we're going to Hullbreaker in 3.3 now, by the way. Like, now I'm convinced it's going to go Pharaoh. I think 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 are all going to be hard modes of the old ones. And then I think 3.4 and 3.5, I don't think that we're going to do Snowcloak hard. But I'm open to being proven wrong. And I really don't think we'll do Keeper of the Lake hard. It's possible. Like, it's possible that, Midgardstormer flew away and now he just decides, well, this was my old body. I'll hang out here. So...
I don't think what other dungeons we would probably get before.
Ormvale hard mode. Or Veil hard mode. Tamtara Extreme.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go.
Basically, we're just going to find out what happened after Diablos left. My guess is the Mammal Jaw took it over because those guys just do that, but it's too far away. It's on the other side of the world from the Mammal Jaw.
What exactly are they going to take over? I mean, it's different with God, what am I thinking of?
Wanderers.
Yeah, Wanderer's Palace.
It's different. It's just an abandoned place.
Wanderer's Palace had actual tonberries in there.
And
it had actual residents.
And we turned them to bitches when we killed their king.
It had actual residents. Like there. What the fuck was in Lost City besides just a bunch of...
Exactly. They're gonna go there and they're gonna be like, all right, well, this was a nice place. This is ours now. I don't think they're gonna it's on the other side of the world, but something's gonna happen. It'll probably be the Lambs of Dalamud.
I think we're gonna see a lot more Void Scent.
It's gonna be Edda.
We're gonna see a lot
more
Void Scent.
It's gonna be Edda.
No.
It's gonna be Edda. She's
No.
still alive.
So she just packed up her shit from...
Still alive.
She just packed up her shit from Tamtara and just said, okay, I'm going to Lost City.
You saw that final creepy-ass cutscene?
Yes, I saw it, but, like, it doesn't make sense that she would just pack up her shit and leave.
Yeah, it does. She wants her husband back. It's gonna be the Lambs. I'm telling you. Lambs and Edda. There we go. Edda and the Lambs. Sounds like a pop group.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lost City. That's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Now this is the part where I hate having to pronounce things. This is the part that I couldn't stand because everyone went, "What?
What?
Did you say?
Oh my god!" Like no.
Sephiroth?
No. Yeah, just because we're getting that damn cloud bike.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
So they're gonna start the Warring Triad series of quests, which is another reason why I think the Anti-Tower is
so soon, and I think it's too soon. Honestly,
I don't think it is because there's 3 of them. It's this one. It was this one or the next one.
I thought we were gonna see all 3 in the same instance.
We still could. 3.5.
Yeah,
still could. They're gonna start doing the Warring Triad. So the first one we're gonna fight in Containment Bay S1T7. So there's gonna be a normal mode and an extreme mode. The name of the boss is Sephiroth.
spell it, please, for people.
Sephirot.
No H.
No H. And for those who don't know, yes, that was the enemy's name in Final Fantasy VI. He was just known as the Fiend of the 3 because you have the Goddess, the Fiend, and the Demon, if I'm not mistaken, or the Devil.
Mm-hmm. I called him the Devil.
Yeah. So this is the Fiend. Then we have the other 2 we'll deal with in the other patches. So this is Final Fantasy VI. This is exactly what people wanted. And then other people are like, we're fighting Kefka in 3.5. We beat all 3 of them. Like,
I love hearing these like random theories. Okay, first it's Sephiroth. No, it's not. Kefka's coming. No, I could see X-Tech maybe still. That's still gonna happen.
He's gonna hug trees.
He's gonna hug trees.
Damn
He's gonna get a big ass tree and he's just gonna hug it.
He's gonna be the tree's gonna spawn and he's gonna be coming at you. Just gonna be like, oh.
And that's how everyone wipes.
And happily ever after.
Keep him from hugging the tree, or you wipe.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just you have to keep him away from the tree. That's it.
Yep.
So they wouldn't tell us much about the mechanics, other than you will fall. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Same guy who designed Thornton, same guy who designed Titan, is designing Sephiroth.
The god.
Fuck it, I'm calling him the Fiend. His name is Fiend.
So, if you remember from FanFest, he was known as the god.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I still want a damn name. I want a name. Even then, like
isn't his name Godai? His name is Godai, isn't it? That's why.
No, it wasn't Gondai. No.
Gondai. Yeah, that's what I meant.
No, it's not Gondai. It's somebody else. And even then, during the developer panel, I was like, "Give me a name," and Gondai was like, "No,
no, nope." He will forever. And then you find out that it's just Yoshi P.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you have to find out.
Yep.
Oh man. So it's gonna be similar to Ravana's difficulty. Not a bad difficulty, but not as fun as Knights of the Round, of course. Which means it'll be beaten like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Something like that. Probably not even. Someone will probably beat it the first lockout. Meanwhile, world first race over in Alexander Savage, which is the next thing we get to talk about.
Yay!
Oh, yay! And don't worry, then we get to talk about the stuff that breaks the mold. Because this is all, they started with all the stuff that sticks to that mold that they created in 2.0. And now we're getting into the things that break that mold after we talk about the new raid. When we already spoke about Midas and its difficulty. And the one interesting point is there will not be a 2-week break between Midas Normal and Midas Savage. They will be out at the same time.
And this is what I kind of wanted to bring up with you, because we're... with you, like, well, not really just with you, but with a lot of other, world first kind of races, you had that time to kind of strategize what possibly is going to be in Savage. Now, like, your group, I know you probably did that, and you kind of did.
All of us did that.
Yeah. So, do you think this is going to be beneficial to groups just to go right in, or do you think the downtime was needed?
I don't. It's just gonna feel more like Coil, where we went in, we had no idea, we figured it out from scratch. The only difference is where you're almost definitely gonna have to beat Normal before you can go into Savage,
right?
Which means you'll see the fight once. And I remember when I saw A1, A2, A3, and A4, I at least had some inkling of things that were gonna be different. Going into A1, you went where there's gonna be 4 missiles. And the resin bombs will probably do something extra. Like, you knew immediately there was going to be a difference there. And then A2, like, this Gobblewalker barely does shit. I'm sure it'll matter more in regular. A3, the tornado phase, you're like, there's probably going to be 2 tethers. There's probably going to be twice as many plus sign, minus sign tethers also. A4, oh, what? It says the back legs broke too? There's probably going to be 4 legs. Like, it only took one run to figure most of what was going to be different out. It was then what they added on top of that that took time to figure out. Like A3 with everything. And A4 with, never mind. Anyway, so I don't think it'll be, especially if the item level's lower, like the required like effort or the required DPS is lower. It's just gonna mean, I really think it's only gonna take 8 days for someone, whoever gets world first. I project it will be on the first Wednesday of the second, or the second Wednesday of progression. Yeah,
so I mean, I automatically knew this was going to cut down the time for the world first race. It was just a matter of how quicker people are going to get it now that they don't have the downtime. Because with the downtime, you actually could strategize, maybe practice, plan, do whatever. With this, you're going right in. You're taking what you learn from Normal, and then once you get done with Normal, you're going right into Savage. And you're gonna have to remember everything within that quick of a time frame and just put it together. I feel like
on top of that, what ends up happening is then you then have to weigh. Well, we gotta hope that whatever drops we get from A1 Normal the first time are as beneficial as possible,
right?
Because you're not gonna sit down and go, oh well, let's not go into Savage yet. Let's make sure we get all our loot first. No,
nobody's.
You're gonna go no, because the thing is, A5 and A6 are probably gonna get beat within 8 hours. Of it coming out, and then the other one will take maybe another 2 to 3 days, and then the last one will probably die at the beginning of the following week. It's going to be until you hit an insurmountable wall that gearing becomes a priority, whether that be crafted gear or going back to normal to get your loot for the week or whatever they decide to do, because they also didn't talk about how loot's going to work in a normal.
But again, I want to go back to what you just said. Do you think there's going to be a wall?
I don't think there will be. I think that wall will hit at some point, but won't feel insurmountable. It'll be like, oh, just so close. If we had a little more, that's it. We would have it. That's why I really think this is going to die in the first 8 days, the entire thing in the first 8 days. Especially when they put it between second and final. Final was beaten 5 days after it came out with crafted gear. Second coil was beaten 2.5 weeks after it came out. So I'm going to put it right between there, 5 days, like 16 days. I'm going to put it at 8 instead of like 9 or 10, because I really think that everyone's going to have seen every mechanic in the last fight by the second week reset, and it'll just come down to those little bit of extra gear that people get.
You actually went 1 day more than I thought. I think it's going to be a flat 7 days.
Now, when you say 7 days, do you mean the Monday before reset or the Tuesday after?
Monday before.
Monday before. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm putting my bets on the second week.
Okay.
Just taking information that I have. But what I thought was hilarious is they showed us the first room of Alexander Midas, which is not a boss. It is a mini boss. And Tim's got a brother, Bob.
Should we call him Eric?
You can call him Tim and Eric. You can call them Beavis and Butthead. You could call them the Angry Beavers. You can call them whatever you want. But there are 2 Fausts in the first room.
Tim and Eric, awesome fight, great job.
Yes, Tim and Eric, awesome fight, great job. Pretty much. That's going to be the name of the encounter. 2 Fausts, 2 Furious. That's another one. I like that one. Toe Jam and Earl. The nicknames, you could, Bill and Ted. This list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It's not a boss fight, though. They're just the guards. And I think that's pretty fun.
They're just the bouncers.
So when we move into the final Alexander, which some people already think they know the name of the final Alexander because of Gordius and Midas, is there going to be 3? Is there going to be 3 Fausts?
No.
Chandler and Joey.
Joey, yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Oh my god. That'd be pretty funny if we got 3. Because then we need Tim, Bob, and
Dave.
Tim, Bob, and Dave.
Yeah.
No, what was the 3 guys from Nick? From what's that show? The Horrible Bosses.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. Damn it, because I can't remember the movie. I remember
Ed and Eddie. That's another one.
All I remember is Jennifer
Larry,
Aniston.
Curly, and Moe.
Yes.
The three Stooges.
Now I'm thinking of the pigeons from Animaniacs.
Oh, Kurt and Dale. That was the other 2. The Animaniacs. Oh my god, it's gonna be so many nicknames for all these.
Alvin,
Fausts.
Simon, and Theodore.
There you go, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Holy crap!
Equally as annoying. Sora, Donald, Goofy. Oh god, this is never ending. The 3 amigos. This is just Ash, Brock, Misty. Like this is getting way out of hand. Everyone's thinking of nicknames.
We derailed.
Oh my god, the derail is so derreal. Oh my goodness. So moving on from Alexander, now we get to talk about some of the new stuff. Sly Happy Ethos. There you go. I like that one. So let's talk about the new stuff. Immediately backtrack.
Yeah.
So now we get to talk about the things that they do on top of building the regular amount of content that we get every patch.
Right.
And the first one is the new PvP content.
Ooh.
Yay. This is called The Feast. Pretty intimidating name. So originally what they were going to do was something deathmatch style here, where a team that accrued the most kills won. What they eventually moved to is when you kill someone, you get points. And if someone kills you, they get all your points. So if I have 800 points and someone kills me, they get the 800 points. And now they have 1,600 points. I kill them back, I get the 1,600 points. Eventually, one kill on somebody will decide the game.
Regicide.
But if a team has somebody with that amount of points and they can protect them for the entire game, they can come back theoretically also.
Yeah, that's just regicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. I like that because it means that healers with no kills are not always going to be the ones that are like bullet timed for, because they have no points. Like, yeah, you can kill them and then go after the other ones, but they could also be killing you while you're killing the healer. So it's going to be interesting seeing.
It's going to be a lot of Wu-Tang.
There's going to be a lot of Wu-Tang Clan here. Especially when we talk about the sizes of the parties here.
Right.
So those are just the basic rules. There are other rules set in place, but the big thing is that there are 5 different modes to queue into.
Mm-hmm.
The new Battleground equivalent, like Seal Rock, is an 8v8. And the big thing that we got to talk about here is they're adding PvP rank as well. Now, we're not talking about the rank when you level up, but like based on your win-loss ratio, you'll be matched against other people with similar win-loss ratios or have the similar elo to your character. For this 8v8 mode, ratings do not apply. It's just a Battleground for fun, like Seal Rock. And it's got no Grand Company restrictions. That's probably the most important thing.
Finally.
It has no Grand Company restrictions. So you can do this with anybody any of your friends. You can make a feast link shell and go ham sandwich and just do it as much as you want. It's finally about time that we got something at all. ever. Yeah, I want an 8 ninja composition. Please. Wu-Tang someone immediately. Please and thank you. On top of that, we have 4 4v4 modes. 2 of them are solo queue. One's with ranks, one's without. And then 2 that are light parties, one without rank, one with. That's a lot of PvP, Sly. You like Seal Rock. Are you going to do the feast?
Yeah.
Do you want the 8v8 to be added to the roulette?
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice?
Yeah.
Do you want Secure and Slaughter to hit 60?
Isn't that what we've been asking for?
I'm asking you.
I mean, I don't really PvP that much.
Would you PvP more with all this stuff coming out?
A little bit more, but not like go hard in the paint. Do you even PvP, bro? No, that ain't it.
Well, the big thing is that when the ratings apply, your PvP gear is going to matter. That's a big thing. PvP gear is going to be for a little bit more than glamour now.
I still don't even have all my PvP gear because I haven't done a lot of Seal Rock as of late. So when I was doing
law, but there's law for your anima weapon.
Meh.
Meh.
Yeah, it's still. I could see it just satisfying me just for maybe law for an anime, and I think even probably by that time I'm going to have my animal weapon. So it just.
I hope you have it by that time.
Yeah, so
you'll have all 16 crafted items. I can guarantee you that.
Somebody said after State of Rome goes down, I'm going to have all like.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
you're going to have all 16 items.
Fuck you.
I already know you will. Your Mogmail probably has 8 items in it right now.
I need to delete some mail because it's getting full.
full of crafted items.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Water boy.
I got me a water spoon.
What about the original Wolf's Den? What the hell's going on?
There's nothing like they can make changes to the original Wolf's Den. I'm just a little bit sour at what it was, and I don't think I would ever want to go back to Wolf's Den because essentially you're still chasing the greased up death guy. That's how I've always described it. Like it's never gonna change for me, even though you add rankings to it. It's not gonna change for me.
What if they just took the old Wolf's Den map and made it one of the available maps for the feast?
With 4v4.
And 8v8. But it's not like it's the only map. They do 2 maps. You have 2 maps you can roll in with the feast.
Maybe. And that's a huge fucking maybe.
It's a different game. Wolf's Den, I mean, this is Wolf's Den 2, first of all.
I understand.
The feast is Wolf's Den Dos.
I understand.
So it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, you're still chasing the greased up death guy.
But the greased up death guy is the guy with all the points, not the healer anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
The deaf guy, the deaf guy? Yeah, it is the deaf guy. I almost said the death guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much Star Wars over the weekend. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the feast. I looked forward to... I thought Seal Rock was great.
I did too.
I think the feast will be great as well. I think it'll be a good
better than Seal Rock though.
I think it'll be better for people that play together but want to have their own grand companies for whatever reason. Without needing to respect. That was always the biggest thing with the other PvP modes, is someone needed to respect their grand company, go and regrind the whole thing. And here's at least one mode where that's not a concern. You can just play with anyone.
Crickets.
That's it?
Crickets.
Crickets?
Crickets.
That's it? That's it, Sly?
No.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, besides Seal Rock, I really don't do a lot of PvP. I'm not that hardcore with it.
I'll do more. I gotta get to rank 50.
No. It'll be an initial kind of part of my daily routine because they're gonna include it in dailies, of course.
Better.
But other than that, it's not gonna tickle my fancy.
I think it might tickle your fancy a little bit. It might fancy your tickle. Might tickle your pickle.
No?
I think it'll tickle your pickle. No. It's going to start with... we're also going to be getting PvP seasons, don't forget. those ratings are going to reset every major patch. And at the end of every season, you're going to get like titles and mounts and gear and shit that's like, it's like to commemorate your efforts.
So are you gonna be diamond this season?
Hell no.
No.
I'll be gold at most. Unless I like go some crazy practice.
You're not gonna be diamond.
Blade and Soul, I'm silver because I can't get out of silver yet because I've only put like 20 matches into the whole game. Just glad I'm not bronze in Blade and Soul. So I don't see it getting much better for me here because I mean, I still got to put a lot of. If you want a higher rating, you got to put some time in. And I never put time in a PvP. Ever.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't put enough time to get like that good. Like I can get in and I can work with a team, but I'm not going for like diamond elo or anything like that. That shit ain't gonna happen. You kidding me? I'm gonna get shit on so hard at that elo. It's gonna be Tim ranking. Oh no, tin. No, I'm not wood 5. Please, I don't want to be wood 5. I'll stick to silver and gold where I belong. All right, but I want to do some solo queue. That's what I want to do. Because solo queue is never toxic. In any game. It's never toxic. The Duty Finder's never toxic.
Don't get me started. Holy crap.
Nah, you'll be alright.
Oh, fuck.
The first preseason is going to be from 3.2 to 3.25, though. So, 3.25 to 3.3 will be our first season. Maybe they'll do 3.25 to 3.35. I don't know. But 3.25, the first official season starts.
Right.
So, I hope you're all ready.
Because I won't be.
Feast tonight, or tonight in 2 months.
In hell.
In hell. There you go.
Yeah.
Then they're adding the orchestrion.
We're getting the radio.
It's a jukebox. More akin to a jukebox. But it's like a jukebox with like triple triad-esque hunting involved. Because you need to go out into the world and find the songs. Like either you buy them from NPCs, MGP, or you get them from bosses. Like, hey, I want Ifrit's theme. Go beat Ifrit. And hope that the CD drops. So we're going to be seeing some CD farms in the Party Finder.
I'll just get the MGP. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're not going to be able to buy them all with MGP. Hell no.
Fuck.
They're going to start with 45 songs, but they said they want to add 30 songs per patch. Is that just me, or are they going to have to add those to, like songs from, like, Final Fantasy 1 and, like, 2 and 3 if they're going to do 30 songs a patch?
Some 11 songs, maybe?
Yeah. Dude, I think they will. I'm not even kidding. They'll do 11 songs. They'll do Dancing Mad. We'll have, like, old versions, new versions, red versions, blue versions. Sorry, I went all Dr. Seuss on you for a second there.
Yeah.
But initially, it's only going to come with a single song. What is that single song going to be, you think? Papaya.
No, it's not going to be Papaya.
Papaya.
It'll be the Dragon song. It's going to be the Dragon song. Please stop. Please stop.
The Play Online viewer song, please God, no. No, it'll be John Cena. You turn it on, and it's and that's all.
Soken's gonna do John Cena. Soken's gonna do John Cena. Really?
Yeah. Well, better that than Enzo Amore. That's all I gotta say. Better that than his introduction. That would be great. Oh man, no, it's gonna be Sandstorm by Darude. All right, so the next thing they're going to be adding is the Beginner's Hall, also known as the Hall of Novice.
Training!
This is training for endgame content to learn your job. So, Sly, when are you signing up? Oh, burn.
Nothing.
It's going to have achievements. So you're going to have to sign up and do it anyway.
You get nothing.
You'll actually be able to start going here as early as level 15. Before you even do your first dungeon. So I was pretty surprised that they decided to open it up that early. Do you think that they're going to make, like, challenges every few levels? And that you're going to have to, and that you'll get EXP similar to Guild Hests? Whatnot?
Yeah. But this is what Guild Hest was supposed to do anyway.
No, Guild Hests were supposed to teach you basic concepts of the game, not how to play your job. This is literally focused on how to play your gerb. So, Do you think that it'll be popular with rewards and achievements? Like you can get like a graduation outfit, for example, from clearing all the challenges.
And will Faust Sensei give you a diploma and shake your hand before he heel turns?
I really hope so.
He heel turns and just starts beating you down, and you have to beat him to graduate.
I
actually
really,
graduate.
Really hope so. That Faust Sensei is like the final challenge, and you can only do it with X amount of progression and whatnot. I want this so bad. Tim, please. Tim's just an associate professor. No, it's really Faust. Faust is the dean. And along with that, they're also adding the mentor system, where someone can literally become your senpai.
This was interesting to me.
Really? This was interesting?
Yeah, because no, this is for everything, right? Everything, not just battle classes.
Yeah. It's everything. It could be gathering, crafting, combat, whatever.
Yeah, that's why this was interesting to me.
Well, because the thing is, you need to complete certain achievements before you're allowed to be a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping the achievement isn't the, like, gathered, like, 30,000 items achievement for gatherers.
I don't know. I'll almost have it, maybe. I don't know.
I have the luminary pickaxe for my miner, and that was... I think it's 13,000 nodes or something like that for that. It's somewhere in that vicinity. But man, that was an exciting stream when I streamed me doing that achievement for 5 hours. That was exhilarating, guys. You should do it, Sly. Maybe.
Miner and chill. I can go back to miner and chill.
You can do it on fisherman too. You can do the luminary fishing rod. But basically all it is you're basically going to be signing up for being a teacher. Like you're someone's, when somebody has a question, they can lean on you. Yes.
I think this could both help and hurt. This can both help and hurt at the same time, because this is the community we're talking about, and like this is going to bring the community together, but at the same time, you might get a fucked up teacher. Just saying.
Yeah, I've had plenty of incredibly intelligent professors in college who were god awful professors.
You might get a fucked up teacher who just says fuck it and not even like do anything.
Well, the big concern is there's a mentor roulette, or as I call it, the senpai roulette, where you can get matched up with a teacher and they can, you can ask them questions, they can show you the ropes. What if people just log into this, be like, just fucking press yes, I want my bonus.
That's why I'm saying this, because it's just going to be people who probably want a bonus and not really going to try to do anything.
Giggity.
Yeah, you're going to get these people who log in just for the bonus and not really try to do anything. So this is why I say it will help and hurt at the same time.
Giggity. There we go. I don't know. People keep asking me if I'm going to do it. I really don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it.
Yeah, not even just to test it out, see what it's like.
I'm gonna have to do it for that reason, but I also need to qualify. Like, I haven't done much achievement hunting. I don't know if I'm gonna have the achievements to qualify. It depends on what the achievements are. For all we know, the mentor system could literally be clear the Hall of Novice, like achievement. Like, it could honestly be a graduate of the Hall of Novice. So it could either be really easy, or it's gonna be some stupid, crazy achievement that like so few people are gonna have. I just hope that I do hope it helps, but I don't think I want to do it. Because when I go into a dungeon, it's bad enough. I go, wait. Are you the Mr. Happy? And I'm like, yes, my first name is The, capital T-H-E. That is my new first name, by the way. And I'm like, please.
I get that shit sometimes, and I'm like,
I just want to do my dungeon. Okay, yeah, it's me. Oh my god, I'm a big fan. Thanks, I appreciate it. I like it. And then,
oh god, Flock Slyh. I'm like, what?
I just don't like getting recognized in dungeons, because I've had situations where one person's really happy and the other person's just like says fuck that guy, and then they start fighting each other, and I'm just like,
get in the corner, like just watch the shit. Popcorn.
Please stop hating each other for no reason. Oh man. Oh god. Yeah, now I need to make a character called The Mr. I have a character called The Real Mr. Happy. The Real, last name Mr. Happy. That's a fun one. Oh man. That's the only reason why I don't like getting recognized in dungeons. Fuck that guy. And they're adding new striking dummies. Or new striking dummy training modes. It's going to be called Stone, Sky, and Sea.
Yeah.
And it's basically a striking dummy that fights you back. And it's going to force you to do mechanics while you're testing your deeps.
Faust. Tim.
But alone.
Okay.
So I mean, Yoshi P himself said it, but I think he's pretty much on to what's going to happen. People are going to start asking, must have 3-minute, 30-second clear rate on like this thing in order to qualify. That's probably going to happen with this like a lot, as opposed to people actually looking for numbers. They're just going to look for straight out striking dummy training modes.
But a meter still would be nice.
Yes, it would.
Just saying, like, they're not going to give a real meter for this, but this is what we're asking for. Just give us a meter. Give us a meter.
I do want a dummy that fights back though for people, because a lot of people will go and hit a dummy and be like, yeah, and then something starts fighting back and like, so I mean, it's still a meter. I think at this point they kind of just accept that most people use ACT and they're just trying to figure out how to add it to like the PS4 somehow. But I mean, at this point you're already adding a means through which people will literally say have X amount of time or get the fuck out. So if their concern is people being harassed by the numbers, this is just going to do the same thing. So at this point, they might as well just add a fucking real meter that is in the game itself and not anything else. Because they've proven they have the technology. They've shown us that they have the technology.
We can build it. We have the technology.
They have built it. They use it internally. They just won't give it to us. Please, give it to us. That's all we want. Giggity. All right, and then we have the changes to the materia system. We spoke about those, like, however many State of the Realms ago.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to be able to meld onto raid gear, and you're not going to be able to meld... Oh, you're not going to be able to overmeld main stats, like strength. You won't be able to overmeld strength anymore. It's only the guaranteed slots, which is going to change things a little bit as well. New elegant tomestones. Now, there were a lot of translations. My favorite one was Tomestones of Transcendence.
Interesting.
The other translation was folklore,
which doesn't seem more likely to me because we already have.
No, badass it is to say I have my transcendent weapon,
and then as opposed to folklore, I have my folklore weapon. Hey,
yay! I have my transcendent weapon. I've slain 1,000,000 beasts with this weapon. I like it.
I can take folklore too.
Nah.
But I don't think folklore is going to happen because we already have something like that within.
Then we had the ability to sell items directly from retainers, like vendors, like go to a vendor and sell them, not like the fucking
go
market
to
board.
Bell,
you can do the market board already, yeah.
Yeah.
You can do the market board from your retainer already. Minimap elevation.
Thank the fucking Lord. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm not colorblind, but I mean I am colorblind, but I'm not like height blind. So even I didn't have an issue with this before.
I did. Fuck that.
I can understand why a lot of people did though, because the only one time I ever really had issue with it was there was one point in Corthus, one ether node where I had that problem in Corthus. So it's gonna be nice to have it. Like no matter how you look at it, it's a nice thing to have.
Yeah, it is.
4K resolution support will begin to be implemented.
Great.
Yeah, I'm sure that matters to you on your PS4. And then the next live letter will be in Kagoshima. January 30th. Do you know when January 30th is, Sly? What's happening on January 30th?
What day or what's happening?
What else is happening on January 30th?
What is happening on January 30th?
Brain
fart.
PAX South.
Oh, yeah. You're going. I'm not.
Yeah, that's going to make things interesting.
Yeah. You'll be watching it from a hotel room.
I will be watching it from a hotel room, and Marco will be translating it on his own, most likely. Or Sig, whoever decides to step up and do it. Marco said he's going to try. I think he said his internet's good enough to translate it from his own stream now. So hopefully that's the case. And that was pretty much the end of the first half, and we really don't need to talk about the second half of the live letter.
Really?
We really don't need to talk about the second half.
Really? I mean, there was one thing. I mean, I remember in a certain portion of the second half, they Yeah, they were doing the whole memory spiel and everything, and then Mr. Happy shows up for like half a second, and then it goes away.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Hey,
hey!" What? I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it. What?
Yeah, nobody could read it. It was gone in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
They also showed off a mount that got canceled. It's canceled. All right? It's canceled. No, it's canceled. There's no quotations here. Because they said they were actively developing it. They admitted that. They admitted they were developing it to put in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem was, and it was Cloud's motorcycle, for anyone who didn't see it. The problem was that it looked stupid at ground mount speed. They would need to like triple the ground mount speed for it to look good. But I have to think of the mana cutter. That thing looks fucking stupid on ground too, and that didn't stop them. So we'll see. They said canceled. Canceled.
Not postponed.
Canceled. And you know what the worst thing was, Sly?
What?
I've seen at least 30 comments, whether it be on my YouTube channel, the internet, my chat, Reddit, personal message, that says, I would pay $35 for this mount. So
why wouldn't they just make it a
suddenly
fucking
mount speed doesn't seem to matter much to me anymore.
My thing is, why wouldn't they just make this a reward like they did the Advent Children outfit?
Maybe. Or save it for the Final Fantasy VII fucking remake collaboration. Make it a big thing. I ain't paying no game for a cloud bike. Fuck that. I agree.
But half y'all paid $25 for damn Sleipnir, so you wouldn't pay the extra 10.
Sly.
You wouldn't pay. Excuse me, 24. Okay, fuck it. So you wouldn't pay the extra $11 for a cloud bike.
Would you?
I'd say maybe 5 mo, 6.
5 mo, 6 mo?
6 mo.
You
maybe.
sick motherfucker, you know that? Because this would only be on one character. Sleipnir is at least account wide. Sleipnir is also on sale for like $14 for like 2 weeks.
After that, regular price.
Regular price. Oh man! And then after they were done with break, and this is the part we don't need to talk about. Special guest Yoshino Nanjo, the Japanese voice of Kururu, aka Kryl. Yep.
She even cosplayed.
She's cosplaying as a white mage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
All right.
Because, like, I mean, I don't mind if they want to showcase people who do certain things for the game. It's okay.
But
finish all the game announcements before you bring that person on. Because not everybody wants to sit through. It's like sitting through the credits just to see a 20-second scene at the end of a Marvel movie. Yeah. It's like, oh, I just want to go home, but I can't. I don't want to miss it.
That's the hook, though. That's the hook. There's something else at the end. You know, that's the hook. You know, you gotta kind of have to wade through it. It's okay.
Like what they asked her was interesting. I just at 6:30 in the morning.
You had half coffee.
I don't care.
You had half coffee.
If you present it to me at
you had half coffee. You're good. You're fine.
If you present that to me at 6:30 p.m., okay, I'll be like, okay, that's cool. But at 6:30 a.m., I have no patience for that. It's like, please, I know you have more things to say. Just please do something. Do it. Sly, just do it. I almost got you that Christmas card instead.
That's a Christmas card too?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So is Hotline Bling. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
And then after they were done with her, they had a bunch of announcements regarding, Starlight Celebration Final Fantasy XI event end in 2 days. For those who haven't done it, so go do them. New Year's event starts on January 1st. Heaven's Turn.
More sheep. Sheep.
More sheep.
Sheepy.
Sheepy. The new veteran rewards are the Tantalus armor. It's Zidane's armor from Final Fantasy IX. So we have, Cecil, we have Zidane, we have Cloud, we have... technically we have the Warrior of, the Onion Knight from Final Fantasy III. We technically have it. We have the Warrior of Light set. We have... What are we missing, then? We're missing Squall's outfit. We're missing Titus's outfit. Or Titus, motherfucker. We're missing anything from 12. I don't even know what they would do. We'll eventually have... Oh, yeah, we have Furion's armor. That was the other one. That's the one I'm missing.
You already said lightning, right?
We have Lightnings. Yeah, we have Lightnings as well. And Snows.
Yes.
So how many more characters do we have to go through?
A lot.
Oh, there's going to be so many. There's going to be so many. Oh, I don't even know how long it's going to take for them to do it all. I don't even know how long it's going to take for them to do it all, but this is 1,080 days. You know how few people are seeing this? Like, that's pretty crazy that they still keep developing stuff for veteran rewards that is, like, so few people are going to see it. Like, you're new today, and you get told, if I sub for 1,080 days, I will get this outfit. That is pretty insane. In case you didn't know, guys, there's 365 days in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So just divide. And good luck. Oh, yeah, Noctis's outfit will probably be in there, too, at some point. Oh, my Jesus.
So that's roughly about 3 years.
So many. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't even know when I'll have mine. I don't know what reward tier I'm at. I'm at the highest one that's available before this, but I don't know what my exact number is.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. There's a new art book coming out. It's actually already out, and I think Marco wrote up a guide on how to purchase it. If you're someone who wants it, I am going to purchase it because I'm sure there's art in there that's spoilerific. I don't know, though, because I think on Reddit people were posting some of the art, and I don't know that there was necessarily anything too interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just haven't shared it yet. But...
Wait, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
New official guide being offered. It's not Brady Games, promise.
Mm-hmm.
The Heavensward original soundtrack comes out February 24th. Comes with a Spoony Bard minion. I'm so happy for the Spoony Bard minion. So happy for that minion. Somebody gave me an Ifrit minion for my birthday. Oh, shice.
Nice.
Shout out. Shout out.
Oh, so you didn't have to pay for that, right?
Nope, it was a gift.
Okay.
It was a gift for my birthday.
All right, just checking.
Yep.
Just checking.
Yep. He was like, "Happy birthday," and I was like, "Ifrit."
You know, people are paying out the asshole for that shit right now.
Yeah, well, they should have had a birthday. Anyway.
Gives me shit for getting shit. Okay. No, keep going. Go on.
Yeah, Christmas. There you go. You could have thrown the Christmas excuse at me.
Merry
Krampus? Okay.
Merry Krampus.
There we go. A Wayward Hatchling plushie. Holy shit, they announced so many fucking, things here at the end.
Right. And it comes with an in-game hatchling lamp.
Of all the things for it to come with, it comes with a fucking lamp. Fucking lamp. It's alright. Everyone loves lamp. I love lamp. You love lamp. Rick, do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying that you love the lamp because it's there? I love lamp. I love lamp. We have Final Fantasy XIV karaoke hitting Japan. Some with the music video, some without. They have now. What I thought the funniest one was Garuda's song is there, and the only thing other than Koji Fox's lyrics at the beginning is going to be Now Fallen. That's the whole karaoke. What the fuck? That's like adding Ifrit's song to the fucking thing. And you just stand there the whole time. You get 100.
Then Ifrit's song won't be in it.
No, it won't. But it's equivalent to that. There's so few words that I don't feel, other than it being a badass song, If it wasn't a badass song, it wouldn't be there. Oh, man.
What other good songs would be on it?
Answers is on there, I think.
Of course it would be.
Yeah, that's going to be impressive to see some people karaoke that. The Ravano song would be pretty funny. Blood trickling down my fellas.
Extreme
Shiva's song is on there. Shiva's song is going to be really popular on there because it's very direct. It sounds like a song. It doesn't sound like a Final Fantasy song. It sounds like a regular song. What else do we got here? Wolves Den tournament on February 16th on the Game Club Esports Max Japanese channel. And they're currently looking for competitors. So if you live in Japan, go win. I think it's like $1,000 or something. Go win $1,000.
Do you have to be there, dude?
I don't know. I'd imagine it's on a I don't know. You probably don't have to be there, but they may.
You could probably get on a Japanese server. You can probably get on a Japanese server and do that shit. I imagine there's a lot of people who probably would want to do something like that.
Why not, right? And the thing is, I don't know if they're doing the Feast or if they're doing Wolves Den 1.
I would say all of the above.
But the Feast won't even be out yet. Or will it? Or are they testing the Feast? Or they're going to use this to test the Feast?
So that'd be a good thing. I'll watch for that. I would watch for it.
Maybe. We'll see. And then they just announced that there's going to be the live letter on January 30th, like we said before. There's going to be a Fate in March. And the big announcement.
Woo!
Fan Festival 2016-17.
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
But this year, for those who went to the first Fan Festival, it's not going to be at the Rio. It is going to be at the Paris in Las Vegas. The Petty in Las Vegas. So it's not going to be at the Rio. Even though the Rio was a decent venue. I don't know anything about the Paris.
I don't know anything either.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be... We don't know when the tickets are going on sale, but the North American one's going to be first. Yeah. Guys, little do you know, Slyh and I met at the first Fan Festival.
Hey, you're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. You're my boy. Okay. He's your boy, too. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be October 13th for registration, which is just when you go to pick up your badge. Like, you would buy your badge months in advance. And then 14th, 15th will be the actual event. Right. Frankfurt, Germany will be in February of 2017. And Japan will have it on the 24th and Christmas Day.
And see, what kills me with the other fan fests is that they're relatively shorter. I guess you could say a day shorter than what North America is.
Well, we have a registration day. They don't have a registration day.
Right.
Which is strange, but I'm sure there's a reason that I won't even begin to guess at this point. But I would like to point out that Yoshi P said that we wouldn't have a fan festival in 2015 because people would expect an expansion announcement.
Right.
What happened at the last fan festival?
Heaven's Ward.
Heaven's Ward trailer was the first thing.
First thing you got to your seats. You're just all hype up and shit. They start the whole spiel. Lights get dark. Heaven's Ward.
Yep. Yeah. And you're just like, no.
People freak the fuck out. Yep.
Yeah.
I was
there too. So let's kind of talk about that for a second because the last time we got the initial live letter was around 2.4. It was the 1 or 2 weeks before patch 2.4 hit.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't as far apart. The European one was only a week later. The Japanese one was in December. Mm-hmm. But these ones are kind of spread out a little bit more. So let's look at where we are now. 3.2 will probably be middle of February to the beginning of March. Somewhere in that vicinity.
Right.
Let's add another 3.5 months on top of that. June, July-ish. Then August, September, October, end of October, early November for 3.4.
I'm trying to think. Was FanFest where we got the announcement for Dreams of Ice? Or we got it a little bit more?
No, the trailer went live the morning of registration, if I remember correctly. And then they played it over and over
again while we were in lines.
And then 2 weeks after FanFest this. So assuming this happens, are we looking at another June release of the next expansion, or do you think they'll kind of shorten the gap between 3.5 or 3.55 and the launch of the next expansion? Are you thinking June, or I'm
thinking June.
I'm thinking April.
I'm thinking April, May. I'm thinking May for the live letter, for the big live letter, and then June for the actual release.
I'm gonna bank on May. I'm gonna bank on April 2017 for the next expansion. Going to Alamigo, maybe. Allegedly. Yeah. That's what
we won't know until we get hit those seats.
Well, because
in October.
we know it won't be before February 2017. That much we know, because they're not gonna do fan festivals after the expansion. The fan festivals pretty much build the expansion hype.
Yeah.
So definitely won't be till after February 2017. It's just a matter of when, because we didn't have one so long after the North American one at this point. Hopefully that's going to mean less of a stressful time for our friends over at the all of the community teams, the NA, EU, and JP. Hopefully this means them being so spread apart. It won't be as bad, because Soken looked like he wanted to die when I saw him
on the plane
ride. Yeah, when I saw him going from Vegas back to Newark, he was just like...
Because that man just put his all out on the damn concert.
He was drunk the whole weekend. And he's going to be drunk all of these weekends.
I would love to just have a drink with Soken or Yoshi P. Or Fox.
We'll make it happen, Sly.
We're gonna make it happen.
We still gotta make the arm wrestling competition.
The arm wrestling between me and Koji Fox.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
We will. We'll make it. We'll happen on the live stream. I can guarantee it.
All right.
There we go. He was flying to Newark to fly internationally, because he needed to fly to Newark to then fly to London. So, I don't know. Maybe it was an easier flight for Newark to London. I don't know. That company probably booked it for him. Said, "This is where you're going," and he's like, "Okay."
Okay. Why Newark, though?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Great airport. Fantastic airport. Is JFK international? Newark's international.
Is it?
I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, those are all the announcements. I don't know about you. I was overall pretty happy with this live letter.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't know about you, but I don't mind when they reveal stuff that's part of the formula, because there's always something that's not part of the formula. And the feast, the orchestrion, the beginner's hall, the mentor system, the new striking dummies, as well as some of the other changes. I also just want to see what they do with Midas. The Midas touch. The story of Alexander. Like, there's so many things I want to see in this patch.
Do you think we'll get more story in Midas? That's what That's
of course we will. The first coil was garbage, so I'm expecting that the second Alexander will be pretty on par with the second coil. First coil was, whoa, shit, there's stuff here. Okay, we turned it off. That was it. And then it's like, shit, I guess we'll wait 6 months to go back in, guys, to find the next entrance. Oh, man. That would, I don't know. I hope you're looking forward to it too, Sly, and I hope you'll have your anima done by then.
I will. I'm looking forward to it. Hey.
Let's not play the sub-drinking game next time. Let's not do that. That's not going to end well. That's not going to end well for anyone, Sly. And you got any last thoughts before we wrap things up, Sly?
No, I mean, all in all, pretty good live letter. Really looking forward to FanFest, of course. I'm still hype about that. But please look forward to it.
Yeah. It's I wonder what jobs are going to get revealed at that, because we know we're not getting any new jobs till next expansion. That's another we're going to get asked that a lot before that expansion comes out. Right. When are the new jobs coming out? Next expansion. What about the
Didn't they reveal the jobs at Japan?
We don't know if that was really a reveal. For all because that the thing is, that was literally just Yoshi P's character thinking out loud. The problem is they had to write that shit in. So,
well, but in Japan FanFest, like Japanese FanFest, though, like didn't they really get revealed at Japanese FanFest?
Well, no, they told us what the first job was going to be at ours, the second job at the second one, and the third job at the last one. We got Dark Knight. Then Europe got a Dark Knight video plus Machinist. And then Japan got videos of all three and Astro.
So Now that European Fan Fest is later than Japanese Fan Fest. What do you think?
I wonder why they're doing that.
Yeah, that was odd.
I wonder if it's just they couldn't get venue times or some shit.
And it's not going to be in England anymore. It's in Frankfurt. It's in Germany. So
yeah. Well, Germany's a pretty good place to hold a lot of gaming events.
Yeah.
So, hey, we didn't get gypped. We got the announcement, the whole expansion announcement.
Yeah.
We got to find out about Alexander. We got to find out about new stuff.
All the things.
I don't remember what happened. Oh, we didn't even get Dark Knight. That's right. We got a shirt with a bat.
We got a shirt with a bat on it, and that's how we pretty much. Oh, it's gonna be Dark Knight. That's how we got it. That's how we got Dark Knight.
Good times.
And then didn't London get 007?
Yeah, Europe. Well, yeah, Europe got the 007 teaser. That's what I meant by like we got Dark Knight, they got Machinist because. It was weird though. The 007 teaser was so stupid because it was like, oh, it's a man with the golden gun, and we went through Final Fantasy, and there was a man with a golden gun, and it is nothing like Machinist. Oh man, yeah. I wonder if he's gonna continue the shirt teasers at the next fan festivals.
What would the shirt be for like Samurai?
It'll be a picture of what's his name?
Haomaru?
Tom Cruise.
Oh.
You have a Tom Cruise shirt on. If he has a Tom Cruise shirt on, I'm gonna lose my shit. And then a picture of a fucking Red Mage. I don't know. A fucking of Zorro because he's a fencer for Red Mage.
Nah.
Yeah, we'll get it. All right. On that note, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this week. Next week, we're probably gonna be touching on a few things. That'll be the first show of 2016. First of all.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
No, I won't say it.
No. There's an interview that's being translated right now. There's some loose translations out there, so we'll probably have to touch upon that next week. Talks a little bit about testing. I don't imagine it'll take us too much time to get through it. But we got a show line. What do you want? Just fucking say it.
Wednesday?
Oh, good call. Good call.
What the fuck?
That's why you should have said it the first time.
Okay, go ahead. Yes. Yes.
There you go. Next week, our show will not be on Tuesday. Do you know why? Sly's waiting for me.
He'll be on a plane.
I'll be on a plane. I'll be moving to LA that day to move in with my girlfriend. So, thanks, Sly.
You're welcome.
So, yeah. And by the time we land, it'll basically be a showtime start. So there's no way that it's gonna happen that day. So we had two options. I presented Sly with option number 1. We do the stream on Wednesday. And he was like, okay. And I said, option number 2 is you host the show. And he goes, so Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so Wednesday. Pretty much, in a nutshell. So, no, there will definitely not be snakes on that plane. I hope. That'd be terribly unfortunate. Oh, there's memes. There's lots of memes in the chat right now.
Them dank memes, though.
God, I just told Mel, I don't think Tito's tacos are that good.
Damn.
I don't think they're that, like, they're not better than the other things I'd had.
Damn.
What? She's sitting there right now. She's like, blasphemy. Oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I'm going to move on from this conversation before I get lynched. So, Sly, why don't you tell them where they can find you, my friend?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Slyakagreyfox. You can find me on Twitter @Slythesquirrel. You can find me on Instagram @Slyh, aka Greyfox07. You can find me in Plot 14, Ward 5 of the Lavender Beds on Behemoth, the Cool Kids table.
Is it really, though?
It is.
What do you guys order for lunch at the Cool Kids table?
Beer and wings, man. Beer and wings.
Beer and wings. That's what I wanted to hear. And I am your other host, Michael, Mr. Happy Povoromo. You can find me, Mr. Happy 1227, pretty much everywhere. That's it.
You just got lazy with it pretty much everywhere.
Listen, unlike you, I don't need to say 4 different things because it's the same thing everywhere. But I don't have Instagram, so that much I could include. No Instagram. Look at me. I got Instagram. I'm going to Instagram. Oh, I'm going to take a selfie and Instagram it.
Go to Tito's Tacos and take it to Instagram. There you
How
go.
about I go to a place that's better and take an Instagram?
Oh!
How many cool kids are RMTs? The whole server. Anyway, so on that note, guys, we're going to wrap it up and go into post-show. Thank you for joining us at this week's episode of State of the Realm. We will see you next week. Until then, have a good night.
See you next week.
See you next week, everybody.